Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Overlord 2. So we're in the point where we were really having a lot of trouble because we were playing with just only blues, and we're still kind of can only play with blues. It shouldn't be anywhere as difficult as it was originally. There is this kind of weird to the right green arrow which indicates to me that there's a transition point that we can use to, let's see, there's some little gnomes running around, and we're gonna try and get in the water and hit these guys as much as possible. So this might move us into the arena and we might find some stuff we can do in the arena. This might not move us into the arena at all. There is stuff here though. There definitely is items that were left as little hidden secrets. Although, in all fairness, a lot of this is just kind of the same stuff over and over again. Alright, so when we first came over here, this 8 switch was like a 1 switch, I think. So that changed. And then over here is nothing. And we've got these guys still there. And all they would really do is give us trouble. So we run over here. Let's go ahead and smash this. There was a lot of stuff up in this area. There was this 20. That's the one thing. Like, there was no point in which we had 20 blue minions available to do this. So clearly you're supposed to be able to come back here. I'll unlock this and then walk back this way, and then I'll just kill them nice and fast. And then I'll just kill this guy with the spells. I don't want to send blues after him because that's too dangerous. And clearly over here there was a single like Black Lotus item to pick up. Let's pick up all that life. And that really might be the only thing there is to do here. Like, if we come up to this puzzle, what could we do? We could have them grab those 2 jars, which at most have fairies or gnomes in them. Over here, there's just a bunch of things to break now. This is where the blues respawned before we had the blue hive. And we're getting small amounts of gold. Really small amounts of gold. And that's it. And I guess we were in a boat, and it was the boat that we used to go further, wasn't it? Right now we're looking for a way to get into the water in any form or fashion. Like, I'm not sure that there is a way. And can I hit these? Not really. So these are just like animations. I assume these also are just animations. So it was basically only one very specific pod that had gnomes in it, and that was it. Everything else around here is redundant with the exception of that one Black Lotus. There's kind of nothing to find here. So yeah, it seems like there's probably not a real reason to run around the wasteland. And very possibly not a real reason to run around the wasteland depths. I guess we could check it out, though it wouldn't really be too much extra work. Yeah. Is there anything over here? No. I don't want to miss any of these. Yeah, I think that was it. So there was a boat here originally, and that boat moved, and I'm never going to be able to get that one. Weird shadows happening there. I can smash these two things. I can smash this. And that's it. So my only thought is maybe after the final conflict, the final assault, we take over the Empire, and then there is some reason to come back here and like kill all the citizens, which I've already done, so they probably would just respawn. If that's the case, then that means we got a benefit there of having a lot of extra life force, but not really enough to justify it. Alright. So we've been... I think to the hunting grounds? And... so it would be Wasteland Main, and then Wasteland Sanctuary Depths. Actually, come to think of it, it'd probably be better to run around with blues in this area. So let's look at the map. There's all these little blue dots to summon blues. And there's only a few people around otherwise to kill. And every time I come in here, they point you in the direction, so you take the long path. I just don't think this is worth it, frankly. Let's see if maybe we can get a look at the map and think for a second. There's snails crawling around, that's new. Let's just look at the map for a second. We would have been in this section and we would have seen any collectible. And looking around the edges of everywhere we've been, unless there's some collectible way at the edge, I guess that's what we're gonna have to look for, is to see if there's some collectible way at the edge that would explain itself. these guys are way more hard to kill than sheep. I wonder if that's what happens to the humans. Do they get turned into these snails? Or do minions get turned into snails? Probably not. I would imagine the idea is these are just snails that have been mutated with magic. I lost a little bit of health there, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. I don't want to lose my momentum. Seems like these guys did get all turned into zombies. Is that one dead or not? And they're dropping little bits of life force, but not a lot. So this is just a secondary slum area that clearly was supposed to be connected. Wow, I'm losing health. Clearly the whole idea here is that these would have been connected to the previous slum area. These guys are taking a lot of my mana. They're not just easy kills. Is this a building that we could break and destroy? And this is weird because you kind of have a different feeling to it. It feels like you're more just putting people out of their misery now more than actually having them be murdered for no reason. There we go. Did I get everything over here? I don't think so. Some more this way. We're destroying buildings and there's nothing in the buildings. Just a poor area. This feels a lot like just destroying the sections of the resort town Everlight. Are they having trouble breaking something over here? Interesting. Alright, so I'm trying to rush through this. Kind of wish my mana would refill. Over there was a collectible. I'm sure we got it. Over here is where you could get reds to get that collectible. I'm sure we got it. My health is good, but my mana is low. Come on, break. Destroy things. Run wild. There's like major problems with controlling these minions. You have too direct of a control. It would be nice to see a modern version of this in which the minions just decide to go wherever they want to go, and they'll attack anything within a certain radius, and for better or worse they just don't always directly listen to you when they're generally following you. I guess if you're sweeping them, that should probably be a direct control situation, but there's no reason for them not to fan out, and there are different ways you could address things so that that would work that way. Hey, there was a collectible. You could put them in an aggressive stance, or a defensive stance, or a stay nearby me stance type, a stay, a go stance, with the D-pad in particular, which is like, the D-pad doesn't get used at all in this game, so there's plenty of opportunity for them to have done something. They just didn't do anything with it. See, I'm not sure I walked over here, so we're just gonna kind of walk slow and see what is over here. Let's see. Looking around, trying to get as much of a view as possible. You hear people screaming, so there's gotta be some civilians somewhere around here. Yeah, there's a civilian on this. This was probably a cool idea, but this, boy, is this slow. Like, to have to wait for this slow moving elevator to spin around. And where we are right now will take me to a point where I can kind of regenerate my life. And what we want to go to is the lower left hand corner of the map. Basically, that's the only place I can imagine that there might be something we didn't find. And we might even be wrong about that. Like, there's a good chance there's nothing that we haven't found. Now, I will say the next section was a section where we kind of ran through it, and a lot of things changed, a lot of things happened. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was something around this. I wonder if this is supposed to be exactly where the tower was, because it could have been anywhere in this wasteland area. None of this looks familiar at all compared to the first game, but also I haven't played the first game in quite a long time. You also kind of don't have a direct familiarity with... It doesn't feel familiar to the first game in the series. And I don't remember anything about the Raising Hell DLC, so take that for whatever you want. That means it probably wasn't that good. Right. So I imagine all of these dust coming out of all of these buildings means I already sent minions in there to make sure there was nothing going on. So we could go up here and just double check. Like, hey, that's a lot of life force. Why is there a lot of life force in that area? This must have been a section we never went to. Either that or the game has just a secret location where there's a bunch of stuff to find. Interesting. Now, I don't want to get too far this way though, because well, I guess we can go this way and then we'll just double back. Yep, kinda nothing. Again, it feels like there should have been a quest to kill all the zombies. And unless maybe that is something that's going to unlock later, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Just maybe if I was playing as the good guy path, I would get different quests. But that doesn't really make sense either. That would just be bad, redundant level development. To have content that you just would not see depending on a moral choice. Right. So we are here. We're basically, I think, have to go inside this whole section. Let's try not to take too much health out of ourselves. And just look around there. We've got all kinds of things. I don't really think I need... I really don't think I need to go around. I got some gold somehow. Yeah, I guess there are little bits of gold in this that you can get. See, that cost me like 1 blue and not too much life. These guys are immune to magic, I think. Is there anything up there to get? No, I remember getting this. Where are we now? We overshot it. So. Yeah, we were over on this part. There's more stuff we can break, certainly, but it's not really going to get us too much. We were already here, and we got all this stuff. Trying to go through this a little bit faster. It's been hours and hours and hours of running through this game a second time, playing way too thoroughly, and this is just like a great example of why I like to cover everything the way I do on my channel. Like, this is an experience some people will have. I would actually have. That, like, I'm not playing this up for videos. I would and have on many games in the past spent a lot of time grinding, looking through things, trying to find all the collectibles, and sometimes when that is just a really unbalanced system like this, man, I lost too many blues in that. You do end up playing the game almost twice as a completionist. And personally, it usually takes me longer to beat a game, even if I'm not really playing much as a completionist. The way this game teased that there was collectibles throughout, and every now and then you do find a collectible. Had I played for 5 hours and never found anything, That would have been fine. I would have been like, alright, this is a game that I am confident doesn't have anything of importance to be found. But that's not how it plays. Every time I'm approaching the point where I'd say let's give up. Okay, these are like magic infused minions. They're dropping life force quite a bit. Alright. So I wanted to see if maybe this was the point where we got chased out. So if there was some collectible thing, it would be in this section. And no, not really. So we got chased out of this section, and then that started a whole chase sequence, and in that chase sequence I think we kind of ran this way, or at least we're running this way this time, and then just looking everywhere. Was that the right path? Yes, this is. We've got some more stuff to break over here. And see, this is where I thought it really would have made a lot more sense to do all of this if the Tower Heart was generating life force. Now, people were shooting arrows at me or a catapult at me when we were running here, so we ran through this. Will these really break? Yeah, eventually. I could potentially see an achievement for doing that, but that's about it. Yeah, if every minute that I've spent in this game gave me one red, one blue, one green, one brown, I would have almost certainly been at 1,000 for everybody, which would have been slightly helpful. Well, we have one more area to check out, and then there's kind of no more stretching this out. We've got to go back to the tower and upgrade whatever we can upgrade, and just finish the game there, because we are now in the Wasteland Sanctuary, and look at that. You can't even go into the Wasteland Sanctuary from here. And there's no fast travel location on this side of the gate, which means I have to go through a load section, and then I have to run. Fortunately, this, I don't think it's too far to, and these enemies I guess just respawn. So I killed 4 to get 2 life. With my life doubling helmet, that means 4 again. And this was the area where there was quite a lot of life force in this section and a lot of gold. So maybe if you need to grind life force, this is the place to do it. I wouldn't be surprised if that is the intention, that this is a point where the game is specifically programmed to be a place where they could say, hey, you're having trouble, you can't win, this is the place you should go to get more life force. Alright. Wasteland Sanctuary Depths. Wonder if I'll find some salamanders. This is probably a good place to kill minions too. Kill these guys. Seems like they kind of have nowhere they can go. Is that a reasonable amount of kills per action? I don't know. Not really. Like this still doesn't really feel like you could easily have a significant amount of gnomes killed. I'm just slightly over the 500 mark. It feels like this would take hours and hours. Where are we on the map? Maybe there's something we didn't visit at the bottom half of the map, but that's kind of it. I definitely recall walking over here. And it doesn't make a lot of sense to try and move that statue. I don't think the statue would move anyways. How close do you have to be for this to influence you? Pretty close. Yeah, there's a good chance that you can't actually reach anything without the red salamanders, which were only there as an instance. Having a bunch of reds follow me is not super helpful either. Bits of gold. Well, wonder what my group attack is right now with just a bunch of reds. They're probably not upgraded by much. Alright, so you cannot do it. Not without the red salamanders. And we had done that anyways. It was just a matter that I hadn't walked over to that. So, yeah, you can't reach over there because that was an escape sequence. And you can't. I don't think there's anything else in this section either. It's odd that the overland part of this map is just blocked. It's just something you're never going to be able to access again. Let's see. Yeah, little things. Slowly, we're getting little amounts of health. Let's see, what is our attack? 201%. Yeah, we have nothing as far as attacks on the reds. So, when I go back to the tower, it'll be interesting to see if I have any reds that are level 10 when they don't seem to have any weapons on them. Bet we don't. And yeah, there's just more stuff. There's this whole section with kind of nothing in it. I guess I just really did not miss anything of real importance. And these level designs are just throwing me for a while. That's pretty much what's happening, is it has tricked me into thinking there's more content here than there actually is. Alright, so I can get to some salamanders on these guys. That's slightly helpful, but that would only really slightly change how far we could go in that lower left-hand section. I don't think it really changes anything else. Let's see. Yeah, there's kind of nothing there. And we've got these things all over the place. Which can give us little bits of life force. Well, what I think this is all going to boil down to is we'll spend a few more minutes in the next recording running around this area, and then we'll go back to the tower and do a little bit of preparation. And when we're done with that preparation, we'll do the final assault, or we'll move the story forward in whatever way that is supposed to be done. Was there something? I can't see. Camera's moving in an awkward way. I don't think there's anything over there. I don't think there's anything over here. But yeah, we're going late. And this is just blocked off. Alright. So that section is totally blocked off, so unless I can run around a little bit more, we've seen everything in this section. So do we even need to do a recap here? We're almost at 700 greens. We've got a decent amount of everything except for gold and blues, and the number of gnome kills. That really didn't go up. I killed like 30 or 40 gnomes. That's it. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.